for shopping with us. Hey, do you have a number with us? Yeah, it's 555-262-8456. Did you find everything alright today, or did you need me to help you pick out a TV to go with your premium HDMI cable? Nah, I'm good. I just need a cord for my PS5. Oh, how long have you had a PS5? I think about 2 months. That's great news! We have a promotion going on right now that gives you protection on recently purchased items. Nah, I'm cool. I consider myself pretty responsible with my technology. How about we do this? I throw in some store credit on your My Rewards account after we add that promo to your card. How about that? What was your phone number again? I really wasn't trying to sign up for anything right now. Oh, most people have an account with us and don't realize. No need to worry. I get that, but you just said something about a promotion. Is it even free? No, it's just a small fee of $199.99. Damn! 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 You don't have to worry, sir. We have payment plans where you can pay over time. This is so we can help make things more manageable for people like you. Huh? Isn't that a credit check? Wait, what do you mean people like you? Poor, broke, strapped. Do you not understand that this is bigger than us? We're just cogs in a machine, statistics on a graph, lambs to the slaughter. What do you mean by lambs? We want you in debt, sir. They want you in debt. I'm just their tool to do it. You see, sir, you serve a purpose. You're supposed to be poor. You're supposed to make the few dollars you can and scrape by. They don't want things to be affordable and have you save money. Shoot, if I want to keep my job, I don't want to either. We're all slaves to the economy. Do you think I added that $500 monthly subscription to your credit card we have on file to make things easy for you? We can't have you building good credit now, can we? I thought you said it was Harold T. Winslow, 2837 Hollow Creek Lane, Fairview, Nebraska, 28105. Social security number 314296721. IP address 192.168.4123. Banking routing number 703-923-189. Hey, can you tell me something, Harold? After this transaction, you'll be able to afford gas for that beat-up 2005 Toyota you got out front, right? Sorry. Why are you even apologizing to me? Brother, this is my 9 to 5. After I clock out, this transaction has nothing to do with me. Oh, but everything to do with you. Please, hey, everything alright over here? Please, he read my personal info and he, hey, why don't you take that customer with the other register? Alright, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Of course, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with? Nah, you see, I only came in to get an HDMI for my PS5, and oh, how long have you had a PS5? If you just purchased one with us, we actually have a promotion going on right now. Or what I can do is throw in some store credit. Working fucking sucks. Okay, if you're ever wondering why these videos take so long, it's like 70% because of work, and at the end of the day, I'm either physically broken or just mentally done. I've been working since I was 17, and I severely regret starting at that age, because hindsight is 20/20, and I wish I knew what I currently know now about working. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Some dumb job stories I have and what I learned from them. My first job was working at this upscale restaurant called Duo Metropolitan Taste. I was basically a busboy, which meant I went around going to different tables, clearing them off and cleaning them. Because this was my first ever job, I wanted to do my best to show my boss I was worth keeping around, so I tried to be the model worker archetype. And honestly, I feel like I was. Or at least not the worst. Looking back, I didn't really have many problems with working there outside of a few. Now keep in mind, I was in high school at the time, specifically a senior, so I had a lot to stress over at that time. And having a job added on to that. Basically, my one and only issue with the job was my free time not being my own anymore. Don't get me wrong, I know that's every job, but them knowing I was a minor and this was my first ever job, they should have known I needed to have more of a focus on school, you know, and not keep me there till 2 a.m. without telling me that's what was going to happen prior. Terrible scheduling is in essence what I'm saying. And being a senior wanting to do stuff after school was impossible with a job that had a really stiff schedule. But outside of that main issue, everything else was great actually. Because it was a restaurant I worked at, I could steal, I could take, I could steal some food at the end of the night, so I never really had to worry about food or dinner really ever. Talk about the racist cop! Yeah, so with getting my first job, it also gave me my first time ever getting racially profiled. Yay, yippee! Okay, cut to my 5th month working there, I already knew what I'm supposed to be doing for the most part. Wipe down tables, deliver the customers their food, fold napkins, steal waiters' tips, you know, normal things. After I finished folding my stack of napkins, I then stocked them and was trying to move on to my next set I was supposed to fold. But at the station I was folding at, there weren't any more. After seeing that, I let my manager know we needed more napkins. Everyone important was busy at the time, so he just gave me the key to the office and told me there was a bunch in there. Now, typically, most higher end restaurants have 1, maybe 2 police officers there to make sure drunk assholes don't get into it, or at least into it in the restaurant. Now, when I was going to go get the napkins in the office, the police officer, you know, the one that should be making sure everyone was good in the restaurant, followed me into the office, which I don't even know why. Even now, there were valuables in there, but they were behind a mechanized heavy metal safe that the managers put their checks and their valuables in. Mind you, that safe was kept under surveillance by like 2 separate cameras in the office. But yeah, he followed me in there only to see me pick up 2 bundles of cloth. After that, I went back to work. He never talked to me before, during, or after that happened. But hey, I could have been wrong and read that situation incredibly incorrectly, but my gut says otherwise. Ain't that right, buddy? Now, a few years later, I'm working at this retail store called Greatest Purchase. And this job showed me just how fucking fake people are. Let me explain. I was essentially a salesman in job description, but not title. I was expected to upsell customers like crazy, fake a meaningful conversation with them just to get them to spend more. And when they couldn't afford our overpriced shit, sign them up for a credit card. But wait, if they don't get approved for that, we can do another credit check and finance the purchase with this bank we partner with. With me saying all this, you might think at the very least he got compensated, right? Fuck no. I earned $15 an hour. Now that might not sound too bad if they gave us compensation, which they didn't, but if I'm getting paid bi-weekly and only working 11 hours a week, I'm basically taking home nothing. Now, that wouldn't be really bad if it was a low-key job where I didn't have to do much, but we were expected to essentially go the extra mile for fucking minimum wage. And those high expectations slowly burnt me out, not being able to actually go to my managers and have them tell me to upsell on one side, while having unreasonable customers who expect a good deal just because they shop with us 3 times out of the year on the other. Oh, actually, let's talk more about that. So there was this one time where I was working at the registers in front of the store. There was this middle-aged couple who wanted to do a return on some expensive headphones. Now to do a normal, casual, typical return, you need 3 things. Either have a receipt, the card you paid with, or have purchased it under their phone number. Before I continue, I want to genuinely ask if that's reasonable or not, requiring you to have 1 of the 3 items, because apparently for a majority of people, it ain't. But continuing on, when I went through the typical laundry list of questions like, oh, did you have a receipt? Do you have the card that you paid with? Did you purchase it under your phone number? And of course, they said no to every question. So I'm just like, I don't think we'll be able to complete the return. I'm sorry. And they hit me with the,
why not?
Like, what do you want me to do, man? I obviously just can't open the register, pull out a few $100s and give you your money back. But they're looking at me like it's just that simple. If I want to keep my job, I can't fucking do it.
But we're good customers.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know you were a good customer. 1,000 apologies. I'll open the register right now, throwing away my job so you can get your $130 back.
Wait, really?
Fuck no. God, I hate people. The job I had after that was working at this warehouse called Fed DHUPUSPS. My role here was being a package handler, or slave. Both are interchangeable to them, honestly, because we get treated like fucking shit. Going into the job, I assume we would use hand trucks, pallet jacks, or anything than our bare hands. Yeah, we had to load all this shit by hand without any equipment to make it easier in any way. The first week I got hired, I got hit with some bullshit. So you know when you're being trained in just about anything and you have to have an instructor who holds your hand for the first few steps and gives you that needed push in the right direction at the end so you can do the best job possible? Well, they said fuck that and immediately wanted me to load 3 trucks by myself with minor assistance. No one helped me lift these 80, 90, most times 100-pound boxes. Added onto this shit, I had the absolute worst manager they could have given me. This bitch needed to micromanage literally everything. Now, I ask y'all, how complex do you think it is to correctly load a box into a trailer? It must be pretty fucking complex if she needs to constantly be over me like, build a wall, move with some urgency. This is a business at the end of the day. I do not give one single on if this is a business at the end of the day. Nigga, at the end of the day, I am a human. Expecting me to move at the speed of light while lifting hundreds of pounds in boxes is crazy. This got to a point where apparently I didn't load the bottom of the trailer to her liking. Here's a picture of the inside of a typical truck, by the way. So she told me to squat down to get closer to the boxes, stood over me, and one by one pointed to each box and directed me to fix it to her liking. Keep in mind, during all this time she's wasting being an ass, other trucks aren't getting loaded and we fall farther behind schedule. But hey, actually, it doesn't matter if we fall behind schedule because they'll keep us long past we're actually meant to leave. Oh, but expect us to be on time and early to work. They mess up schedules, understaffed shifts, and somehow that's your fault. You're the one staying late to fix their mistakes, but God forbid you're 5 minutes late once. And that's when I had an epiphany. Every job has its own version of exploitation. We get treated like shit for pennies, the jobs haven't gotten better, the pay definitely hasn't increased, but the expectations, you can bet that's high. And the second you try to prioritize your mental health, suddenly you're lazy, entitled, or unreliable. But no one ever questions the system that pushed you into burnout and labeled it being a team player. And whenever we point out how messed up this is, they shrug and say it is what it is. Well, nigga, that's fucked. They don't want healthy work, they want obedient ones. Not creativity, just compliant. The goal is to keep you exhausted because exhausted people don't push back. Damn, was I being too serious? Did I mention working fucking sucks? Yo, welcome to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for just stopping by and watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. I spent a long time on these videos, like over 100 hours on each video, and I very much appreciate you guys making it to the end. Oh, and also special thanks for GSoulNight Says for being a part of my video, and thank you so much for being my first collaborator. I very much appreciate it. If everything works out fine, you might be able to see me again this month, hopefully. I do have another video in the works, but I really much need you guys to be patient with me. But if you did want to help and support me, I would very much appreciate if you guys could subscribe, maybe hit a like, or a comment, or share, or repost. Anyone is really fine, just, getting my name out there. Oh, and if you guys know any editors, I'd really appreciate if you guys could send them my way, because me doing absolutely everything does take a long time, and I would like to see you guys more than just 5 times a year. But hey, that's all I have, and I'll see you guys later.